still isn't.
It's a lot. It just kept going on, and that was 25 seconds, and it looks like they cut some of it.
Look, let's not beat around the bush. Hollywood isn't just about flashing lights and endless parties. Right now, there's a scandal that's been brewing under the surface, one that mixes power plays, secret alliances, and explosive personal betrayals into a cocktail that's as unpredictable as it is jaw-dropping. I know you've seen the polished images on Instagram and the red carpet smiles, but behind every smile lies a story that's far more complicated and sometimes downright messy. Today, I'm laying it all out, raw and unfiltered, so you can see how even the most revered celebrities aren't immune to the kind of drama that can upend entire careers.
Any words for Ryan, seeing as the next time we talk to him, he will be seeing that?
I have nothing to say to him.
They're going like, we need this AEO designation because their careers would be ruined if the public found something out about them.
From the very start, whispers have been circulating about an unlikely bond between two of Hollywood's biggest names. You might have heard about bromances before, but this one defies every expectation. One of these actors, known for his razor-sharp wit and a public persona that's larger than life, seems to have taken a liking not only to his on-screen partners, but to a fellow star in a way that goes far beyond mere friendship. I'll be honest, I was skeptical at first, but as the details have unfolded, it became impossible to ignore that there's something more, something hidden behind the casual banter and offhand comments at press events. What really gets under my skin is the fact that this so-called friendship isn't just about camaraderie. There are layers to it that suggest a deliberate effort to manipulate the narrative around them. In Hollywood, where every public statement is scrutinized and every gesture can be interpreted as a calculated move, the lines between genuine connection and strategic alliance blur alarmingly fast. I mean, think about it. When a star who's constantly in the limelight uses his charm not just to win hearts but to control the story, it forces you to ask, what's the real agenda here? It almost seems as if he's leveraging that bond to deflect criticism, silence rivals, and even steer the direction of his own career. And if that isn't enough to make you question the authenticity of it all, consider this. The entire relationship is being framed as this quirky, harmless friendship, when in reality, it might be a carefully constructed facade meant to distract from darker dealings behind closed doors. The intrigue deepens when you peel back the layers and discover the legal maneuvers at play. Behind the scenes, while the public sees well-rehearsed interviews and staged photo ops, there are legal teams working overtime to keep sensitive details under wraps. Terms like attorney's eyes only aren't just bureaucratic jargon. They're part of a deliberate strategy to lock away evidence that could shatter careers. I find it both fascinating and disturbing that these legal safeguards are being used to maintain a carefully curated public image. It's as if every scandal, every damaging piece of information, is being bottled up and hidden away, waiting for the perfect moment to escape and cause irreversible damage. And honestly, that thought alone is enough to make you wonder just how far these powerful players are willing to go to protect their reputations. Then there's the unexpected twist that no one saw coming. The entrance of a high-profile actress who until now seemed to be the picture of perfection. On the surface, she's always been seen as the supportive partner, the one who adds grace to an otherwise turbulent narrative. But recent revelations suggest that her role in this unfolding drama is far more complicated. There are rumors, whispered behind closed doors and hinted at in hushed tones on social media, that she's been actively involved in the backstage power plays. Rather than being a mere bystander, she might be orchestrating moves that serve to protect one side's interests while undermining another. I have to say, it's hard not to be impressed by the sheer audacity of it all. Here we have a woman who's managed to maintain her pristine public image while potentially playing a double game behind the scenes. The idea that she's been maneuvering with the precision of a seasoned strategist is both awe-inspiring and deeply unsettling. As all these layers of secrecy and subterfuge start to unravel, the real fallout becomes painfully clear. Careers that were once considered untouchable are now teetering on the edge, with every interview, every public appearance scrutinized to the nth degree. It's not just a matter of personal reputations being tarnished. This scandal has the potential to upend entire career trajectories. I can't help but feel a mix of disbelief and sorrow when I see how these carefully built images are crumbling under the weight of their own deceptions. For one of the central figures in this drama, it's as if every public smile masks a deep-seated fear of exposure. Every legal filing, every leaked snippet of conversation, seems to chip away at the carefully constructed illusion of invincibility that Hollywood so desperately clings to. And then there's the legal battle, which in my opinion is the most dramatic part of the whole saga. Allegations of defamation, accusations of extortion, and claims of orchestrated smear campaigns have all emerged, painting a picture of a man who's willing to go to extreme lengths to preserve his public image. It's one thing to be caught up in a messy personal life, but to have the legal system dragged into it and witness how strategic these moves can be. That's a whole new level of manipulation. I've followed many legal battles in the entertainment world, and what stands out here is the sheer intensity and calculated nature of the tactics being employed. There are clear signs that behind every courtroom battle and every public statement lies a desperate attempt to control the narrative. I can't help but shake my head at how the pursuit of power can lead someone to essentially rewrite the truth, using the legal system as a weapon rather than a tool for justice. While all of this legal maneuvering and public spectacle might sound like something out of a scripted drama, the reality is far more raw and unpredictable. The emotional toll on those involved is palpable. I've seen firsthand how the relentless pressure of public scrutiny can warp relationships and force even the most talented individuals into corners they'd never imagined. The once unshakable stars are now grappling with a mixture of betrayal, regret, and the ever-looming threat of total public disgrace. It's heartbreaking in a way, because beneath all the calculated moves and media spin, these are real people, facing life-altering consequences. I find myself both fascinated and deeply saddened by the toll that such a scandal can take on human lives. A stark reminder that fame is a double-edged sword. Of course, no discussion of this drama would be complete without considering the role of the media. In today's digital age, where every whispered rumor can spiral into a full-blown conspiracy theory overnight, the media has become both a catalyst and a curator of scandal. Journalists, bloggers, and even social media influencers are all scrambling to piece together the truth from a jumble of conflicting accounts and half-truths. And while some of it is genuine investigative work, a lot of it is simply chasing sensational headlines. I often wonder if the relentless pursuit of clicks and views is driving a wedge between what's real and what's manufactured. It's as if the media, in its quest for ratings, is complicit in keeping the darker side of Hollywood hidden from public view, at least until the story explodes into something impossible to ignore. This self-perpetuating cycle of scandal feeds on itself, making it increasingly difficult for any honest account of events to break through the noise. Now, I'll be the first to admit that my reaction to all this is a complex mix of fascination and frustration. On one hand, the sheer audacity of these maneuvers, this blending of personal vendettas, legal stratagems, and orchestrated media campaigns, is nothing short of mesmerizing. It reminds me that in a world driven by power and image, the truth is often the first casualty. On the other hand, it's deeply troubling to witness how lives and careers are being used as pawns in a game where the stakes are as high as public perception itself. I find myself torn between marveling at the cunning involved and feeling a profound sense of regret for the human cost of it all. In my view, what's most disturbing isn't just the scandal itself, but the underlying culture that allows it to thrive. Hollywood has always been a place where appearances matter more than reality, where the gloss of a perfect image can hide the most scandalous truths. And now, with social media and 24-hour news cycles, every slip-up, every carefully concealed secret is exposed in real time. It's a relentless, unforgiving spotlight that leaves no room for mistakes. I can't help but think that this culture of perfection is not only unsustainable but ultimately destructive. The pressure to maintain an impeccable public image forces these stars into roles that they can't always live up to, setting the stage for inevitable collapse. At the core of this scandal is a man who appears to have built his entire career on charm, humor, and a carefully constructed persona. Yet, as the allegations pile up, accusations of defamation, claims of extortion, and even hints at orchestrating smear campaigns, it becomes painfully clear that his public image might be nothing more than a well-polished mask. I personally find it hard to reconcile the affable, witty figure he projects with the ruthless tactics that seem to be at work behind the scenes. It raises the question, how much of what we see is real, and how much is just a performance designed to keep the spotlight on him? This disconnect between public persona and private reality is, in my opinion, one of the most compelling and unsettling aspects of the whole affair. Then there's the matter of accountability. When legal teams and public relations experts go to such lengths to bury the truth, it makes you wonder if anyone is ever truly held responsible for the collateral damage. The aggressive use of attorneys' eyes-only designations, the hush-hush settlements, and the carefully crafted denials all point to a system that values image over integrity. I can't help but feel that in protecting their careers, these individuals are inadvertently setting a dangerous precedent, one where personal accountability is sacrificed on the altar of celebrity. It's a vicious cycle that not only tarnishes the reputations of those involved, but also undermines public trust in the institutions meant to serve justice. As we watch this drama unfold, I'm struck by how it encapsulates the very essence of modern celebrity culture. It's a reminder that the stories we consume, no matter how glamorous they may seem, are often riddled with complexities that defy simple explanations. The intricate web of relationships, legal battles, and media manipulations reveals a darker side of fame, one where the price of success can be outrageously high. And while it's tempting to dismiss it all as just another Hollywood scandal, I believe there's a deeper commentary here about power, control, and the human cost of living in the limelight. To be perfectly honest, I'm both fascinated and disturbed by what I've seen. It's a story that challenges the very notion of truth in an industry built on illusions. I find myself questioning whether any of the carefully constructed narratives can hold up under the relentless scrutiny of real life. There's a raw vulnerability in this chaos, a reminder that beneath the veneer of glamour, these are real people with real emotions, struggles, and ambitions. And as much as I'm drawn to the drama, I can't help but feel a sense of melancholy for the collateral damage that comes with it. In the end, what we're witnessing isn't just a scandal. It's a reflection of a broader cultural shift. The lines between personal and public have become so blurred that even the most private matters are now fodder for mass consumption. And while this relentless exposure can sometimes serve as a wake-up call, it also leaves little room for redemption. I truly believe that if the players involved don't start prioritizing authenticity over image, the fallout could be far more devastating than anyone anticipates. So where do we go from here? As the legal battles continue and the rumors grow wilder with each passing day, one thing remains clear. Nothing in Hollywood is ever as straightforward as it appears. The scandal, the legal wrangling, and the media circus are all symptoms of a system that prizes control over truth. And as much as I'm compelled to dig deeper into every twist and turn, I can't shake the feeling that we're all witnessing something much larger than a mere celebrity feud. It's a cautionary tale, a stark reminder that in the world of glitz and glam, every secret comes at a price. I'm not here to pass judgment or claim to have all the answers, but I do feel compelled to say that this entire debacle serves as a wake-up call. The relentless pursuit of an immaculate public image, the willingness to sacrifice personal integrity for career advancement, and the dangerous game of media manipulation all point to a system that is, frankly, unsustainable. It makes you wonder if the very fabric of celebrity culture is fraying at the edges, and if so, what the consequences might be when the truth finally breaks free. In wrapping this up, I want you to remember that while the headlines may scream scandal and betrayal, there's always a human element at the core of every story. Behind every public figure is a person who's trying, in their own way, to navigate a world that demands perfection at every turn. And sometimes, that pressure can lead to decisions that are as misguided as they are heartbreaking. I hope that by sharing my take on this scandal, you'll not only stay informed, but also gain a deeper understanding of the forces at play in the entertainment world. Stay tuned, because as more details emerge and the legal battles intensify, there's no telling what might come next. For now, I can only offer my perspective, and let me tell you, it's one filled with both awe and concern. Hollywood's glitter may dazzle, but the shadows it casts reveal a truth that's often too heavy to bear. And that, in my opinion, is something we all need to consider as we consume these stories of fame, fortune, and fall from grace. There you have it. A comprehensive, no-holds-barred account of a scandal that's reshaping Hollywood from within, complete with my honest reactions and opinions. This is more than just a story of celebrity missteps. It's a mirror reflecting the complexities of a world where every secret can become tomorrow's headline. Stay tuned, because this is one drama that's far from over.